This is the question. Anita, Sunita are the partners sharing profit and losses equally. Their balance sheet, liabilities and asset is given. Below that you have the adjustment. On the above date the firm has been dissolved. So these are the adjustments. Assets realized is given. Anita took over 50% of investments less 10% at book value, and furniture taken over realization expenses, and you have to prepare realization account, partners capital account and bank account. This is the problem that we are going to solve it now. Good morning girls. Previous class we have started with the dissolution of partnership firm. I'm continuing the same chapter. I'm next moving on to the third question, that is you can see in your question bank book, page number 68, question number 3. Anita and Sunita are the partners sharing profit and losses equally and their balance sheet is given below. Okay. And now to make it easy, I think you have seen the previous videos. Some confusion is still going on with PDD or PBD and partners loan. I want to give the clear-cut information related to this. Please listen carefully. PDD or PBD, both are one and the same. Okay, both will be treated the same way in this chapter. Okay, either PDD will be given or PBD will be given. Okay, if at all they have given in the balance sheet PBD, directly you take it in the credit side of realization account. That's all. Nowhere else you take. Only with the other liabilities you are going to take PDD only in the credit side. That's all. Finish. Only once it is going to appear. Finish. Okay. And next, coming to the partner's loan. If any partner is himself giving a loan means it will not come in realization account at all. It directly comes in the bank account. At the last which we are going to prepare bank account, it appears there. Okay. If at all the loan is taken from any outside person or any bank, in that case the loan will appear in realization account in the credit side as a liability, and once the liability is paid off, that again it will be shown in the debit side under the bank account. This is about the loan taken from outsider, any third party. Okay, if a partner is giving, a partner himself giving a loan to the firm, that particular adjustment or that particular transaction will be appearing only in bank account. These are the two things that you have to keep in your mind. PDD, if it is given in the balance sheet, it appears only once in the realization account credit side. That's it. And when it is related to the loan, in case if the partner himself given a loan to the firm, that particular transaction comes only in the bank account. Nowhere else we are going to write. Suppose if the loan is taken from the outsider, then that particular transaction has to be shown as liability in the realization account credit side, and as well as under the bank account when you are paying back the loan, that also should be shown here. Understood? So please make sure these two conditions you will not get any confusions related to partner's loan and related to outsider's loan, any bank account, any other things. Okay, any partner is given a loan, that will be an internal loan, so that will be written in the bank account only. If you have taken any loan from the outside person, then that has to be appeared here in the realization account as a liability in the credit side, and when the liabilities are paid off, it will be appearing in the bank account here in the debit side. Okay, I hope you have cleared these doubts. Any more still if you have any doubts related to this particular adjustment, please let me know. Okay, now starting on to this particular problem, third problem, please keep keep pencil with you. I'll just make certain notes so that you will be understanding easily. Okay, take a pencil and your question bank. So look at your question. Anita, Sunita are the partners sharing profit and losses equally. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2014 was as follows. So liabilities and assets are given. So just talking about the liabilities, if you want, you can mark it there itself. In the liabilities, you have bills payable, creditors. These are the two liabilities. First thing which you are going to write it here. The next you have Anita's loan and Vanita's loan. Anita's loan. Look at the Anita's loan. Anita is a partner in the firm. Is it right? Anita is a partner in the firm and Anita's loan is 5,000. So Anita's loan is an internal loan. So this will appear only in the bank account. I am repeating once again. Anita's loan. Anita, since she is a partner in the firm, that particular Anita's loan amount will appear only in the bank account. Got it? And next you have Vanita's loan 5,000. Is it Vanita is a partner of this firm? Please check in the question. In that question it is clearly mentioned Anita and Sunita are the partners. Vanita is not a partner. She is an outside person. She is a third party. So Vanita's loan means that is the outsider's loan we have taken. The firm has taken loan from the outsider. So Vanita's loan will be appearing in the realization account as a liability. It is considered as a liability like PPA, like creditors and bills payable. How you are going to treat? In the same way you are going to treat the Vanita's loan. Why Vanita's loan is taken as external liability? Because it is an outsider's person is giving a loan to the firm. But Anita's loan is taken as internal loan because Anita is a partner in the firm. Please don't get confused here. Okay. And next you have reserve fund. Reserve fund, it will appear in partner's capital account that you are going to share it. And partner's capital also will be appearing in the partner's capital account. And next coming to the asset side, cash at bank. So bank balance is given which will be appearing only in the bank account. And next you have debtors 28,000 book value. It will appear here in the realization account. Then you have PBD 2,000. That will be appearing where? PBD in the realization account credit side as a liability. Here in the realization account credit side you are going to write the PBD 2,000. Okay. And next stock for investment, furniture, buildings, all this amount we will take at the book value in the realization account. Next coming to the adjustments. Look at your adjustment. Assets realized as follows. So assets realized, debtors is given, stock value is given, buildings value is given. Okay. The next one, second adjustment and an important adjustment, look over there. Anita took over 50% of investments at 10% less on its book value, and remaining investments were sold at a gain of 20%. So in investment the investment is split into two. So what is the investment value? 20,000. So in that 20,000 only 50% of the share is taken by the Anita. Okay, so that is how investment here you can see investment is 20,000 in the balance sheet. In this 50% means how much? That is 10,000. So 50% is taken by Anita. That is how much? 10,000. If you want, you can find out 20,000 into 50%. If you calculate, you will get 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 is 50%, which is taken by Anita less than 10%. She is on this 10,000. Again, she is deducting 10%. So calculate 10% on this. That is 1,000 rupees. So Anita value will be 9,000. Anita's investment taken over will be 9,000. In this total 20,000 of investment, 50% is taken by Anita. First point. And that 50% means 10,000. So 10,000 separately I am taking. On this 10,000 she is deducting less than 10% on the book value. Now Anita's book value of investment is 10,000. On this 10% she is deducting and then she is taking. So if you calculate on 10,000, if you calculate 10%, it will be 1,000. You will get 1,000. So 10,000 minus 1,000, you will get 9,000. So Anita took over the assets at the value of 9,000. This is the calculation. And remaining 50% of investment is still balance. Out of this 20,000, they have taken only 10,000. And remaining 10,000 is still balance, where this 10,000 was sold out. They have sold, remaining investment were sold at gain of 20%. They have sold for 20% extra. So on this, if you calculate 20%, that is on 10,000, if you are calculating 20%, you will get 2,000. So it is appreciated. So 10,000 plus 2,000, it will be 12,000. So investment realized, assets under assets realized, you should write this investment. Half of the investment is realized at 12,000. And remaining half investment is taken over by Anita at the rate of 9,000. This is the adjustment of second adjustment. Don't get confused. Listen once again. I am telling you, investment total amount is 20,000 and this investment is splitted into two parts. So 50% is taken by Anita and 50% is sold. Now coming to the first part of 50% taken over by Anita. So Anita is taking 50%. So this 20, out of this 20,000, 50% means 10,000, 10,000. Okay. So first 50% is taken over by the Anita, that is 10,000. On that 10,000 she is deducting 10% less. So 10% means that is 1,000 you will get. So 10,000 minus 1,000 you will get 9,000. So Anita is taken over the investment at rupees 9,000. And remaining 10,000 is that another 50% which is sold. So that is the 10,000. On that 20% extra gain they have earned. So 20% if you calculate on this 10,000, you will get 2,000. So 10,000 plus 2,000 will be 12,000. So investment, half of the investment is realized at 12,000. That we are going to show it here. Okay. And next, furniture was taken over by Sunita at rupees 12,000. This is furniture taken over by the Sunita. We will show it here itself. And the next adjustment, look at the fourth adjustment, that is also very important. Anita agreed to bear all the realization expenses for this service. Anita is paid rupees 2,600. Actual realization expenses amounted to rupees 2,000. So usually this realization expenses means what? Dissolution expenses. Dissolution expenses and realization expenses are one and the same. The words both means the same. Okay. So usually dissolution expenses or realization expenses we used to write here under the bank account in the debit side of realization account. Is it right? Now what they are saying, this realization expenses whatever is incurred, that is paid by the Anita. So what is the actual realization expenses? It is 2,000 and the firm is paying to Anita as a realization expenses is 2,600. That means Anita is getting, she on behalf of the firm, she is paying 2,000 for the realization expenses. The firm has to pay for her service, right? So including realization expenses and her services, together it is 2,600. So actual realization we are not going to consider. Actual realization expenses will not be considered because the firm is not paying only 2,000. The firm is paying 2,600 including the service. So that amount we need to consider as realization expenses. That will be like Anita's realization expenses. Anita's capital account we are going to write. We are going to transfer to Anita's capital account. Okay, not for the bank account, because bank is not paying this time. Partner is going to pay the realization expenses on behalf of the firm. Got it? So the actual charges made for realization expenses 2000. Don't take that. Including realization expenses, add on to the services made by the Anita. So total it is 2600. That is the realization expenses we need to consider while solving the problem. Got it? Yes. Now shall I start with the problem? I am going to start with the problem. I have explained all the adjustments clearly. While I am doing the problem also, I am going to explain. Okay. I hope you understood for some extent. Now again, when I am doing the problem, I am going to explain you clearly. Got it? Now first thing, what you are going to write in the debit side of realization account, we will see that. Now first thing that we are going to write on the debit side of realization account, what? All the assets given in the question. Is it right? So what are the assets given in the balance sheet? First is cash at bank, which is not going to be taken. The next is debtors. So two debtors, you have to take it book value 28,000. Next we have stock. Stock we have 40,000. Next, investment 20,000. To furniture 14,000. Next, to buildings 60,000. I hope you are able to see. Whether even if you are not able to see here, I am just repeating the while writing. I am just saying and writing, so you can understand it clearly. So I have taken all the assets given in the balance sheet. All the assets have written except PBD. Okay. So first I will write of PBD here in the credit side. PBD 2000. Okay, and next this side what else we have to write? All the liabilities. So by bills payable 6,000. Next by creditors 20,000. Next you have Vanita's loan. By Vanita's loan. How much is the loan? 5,000 you have. And next, reserve fund will not be taken here. Now all the assets and all the liabilities we have written. Now let's go to the adjustments. Okay, first we will finish the assets realized. So first we are going to write by bank account. Under this, all the assets realized we should write. So what are the assets realized? They are given debtors 25,600, and next you have stock 39,000. Next buildings 66,000. Okay, I am writing here in the inner column itself. Next, anything else is missed out. So furniture and investment is missing. So you can just cross check. All these assets should come here. Whatever the assets are there, somewhere it should be realized or it should be taken over by the partners. Some information should be given related to all the assets. I am repeating once again, if any information is missing in the adjustment related to any of the asset, you should assume that that is been realized for the book value. Suppose, now debtors is there. Is that debtors realized? Yes, it is realized. We have written. Next, stock is there. Stock is realized? Yes, it is realized. And next, investment. Investment, nothing is given here. The second adjustment, there is an adjustment related to investment. There is some information. So, that is also considered. Next, furniture. Furniture also it is not realized. So, some information is given related to furniture also. It is there in the adjustment. It is taken over by Sunita. So, some information is given related to that particular asset which is missing in the list of realized. Okay, something should be there. And next, buildings value also is realized. It is given. So, any of the assets information missing in the adjustments, if there is no information related to certain assets, means you should consider that particular asset is realized at the book value. What do you mean by that? How we are going to write that? You are just thinking that, no? Suppose if the furniture, in this case furniture is taken over by Sunita. If that adjustment is not there, assuming just adjustment is not there, nothing is given no information related to furniture. Now you don't know, you have written here furniture amount, but here we don't know what to write. Just if there is no information, we will take furniture directly here 14,000. We are assuming we are going to consider the particular asset is being sold or realized at the book value. If any assets, whatever the assets you are writing here, some information will be given in the adjustment. If nothing is given related to any one particular asset also, that particular asset should be realized here at the book value itself. In this problem it is not given, it is all the information is given. In any other problems I will check out. So I think one or two problems you have that I am going to explain you once again. Okay. Now all the assets have been cleared here. It is done. Now only the investment part we have to write. So as I told you, investment half of 50% is realized and 50% is taken over. This is the Anita 50% which is taken over 9,000 and another 50% of 10,000, that is out of 20,000 investment, 10,000 is 50%, that is on 20% gain. Gain means extra, that is appreciated value. So 20% if you calculate on the 10,000, you will get 2,000. 10,000 plus 2,000, finally it is 12,000. So 50% of investment is sold for 12,000. That we have to write it here. I am just writing 10,000 plus you have 20%. Just for your confirmation I am writing here. Okay. Now all the assets, I hope it is realized. Everything is, all the assets we have taken. Just cross check with your adjustments. All the assets have taken. Make the total of all these. You will get 1,42,600. Add all these only data, stock, buildings and investment, you will get 1,42,600. Cross check it once again, 1,42,600. Now we have cleared all the assets realized. Now what about these liabilities? No information is given in the adjustments. You can see any information is given in the adjustment. There is no information related to any liabilities paid off. If you see the previous problems, in the adjustments, creditors, bills, payables were paid off. All the liabilities are paid at 5% discount. Certain information they used to give. Is it right? But in this problem, there is no information related to liabilities paid. So what we are going to do? We assume that all the liabilities are paid at their book value. All the liabilities are paid at the book value. What I told just now, all the assets, if any information is missing, we should realize at their book value. I told you just now itself. The same way, now no information related to liabilities in your adjustments in the problem. So what we have to do? We assume all the liabilities are paid off at the book value. So that we are going to write it here. To bank account. Under this, all the liabilities. Leave this PBD, leave that. After that, what you have? Bills payable 6,000, creditors 20,000, and Vanita's loan. What is Vanita's loan amount is 5,000. We are assuming if any information missing related to the liabilities, we assume all the liabilities are paid at their book value. I am once again repeating, there is no information related to the liabilities paid. So in this case, we assume whatever the liabilities we have written here, except this PBD. Except this PBD, we should not write anything about this PBD. I am not talking. Only the liabilities, all they are paid at their book value. Got it? Now add all these three items, you will get 31,000. So now we have one more, realization expenses. As I told you, it is paid by Anita. So we are going to take here, write it as Anita's capital account. Anita's capital account, realization expenses. I am writing in the bracket, realization expenses. What is the amount of realization expenses? We have to take 2,600. We should not take 2,000. Realization expenses itself 2,000 plus Anita's service, everything included. The firm is paying 2,600. So you need to consider the amount 2,600 as the realization expenses. Now there is one more adjustment is missing, that is Anita's furniture. Anita's investment we have to write here, taken over, and furniture taken over we have to write. So here by Anita's capital account, investment taken over at 9,000. That is, she has taken over investment, no? That we are writing here. Okay. And next by Sunita's capital account. She has taken over furniture at what price? 12,000. She has taken over furniture at 12,000. So that amount we have to write here. Furniture. For your clarification, I am writing here furniture taken over. Okay. So here it is 12,000. You are able to see. So here it is 12,000. Anita's investment taken over. I have explained you how I am going to, how you got this 9,000. 50% out of this 20,000, 50% means only 10,000. In that 10,000, again 10% she is deducted and she has taken over investment for 9,000. This 9,000 calculation I have given here clearly. Okay. And next, Sunita is taking over the furniture. So she is taking by Sunita's capital account. How much she is taking? For 12,000. It is given in the adjustment directly. So no need any calculations. We are writing it directly. I hope all the adjustments we have written, and we can just see which side is highest. Do the totaling of all the credit side and the debit side. You will be getting 1,96,600. Please cross check once again. You will be getting 1,96,600, and your realization profits you are getting 1,000. This is for two partners capital account. You are going to share it for Anita and Sunita equally, so it will be getting 500, 500 each. You get 500, 500 as their profit. You need to do the total of credit side, total of debit side. See which is highest. In this problem, you are getting the credit side is the highest, 1,96,600. From this, you minus all this amount, you will get 1,000 as the profit on realization account. This 1,000 we are sharing to partners here. Since the partners ratio is equally shared, so I am taking 1,000 equally means 500, 500 each partner will be, they are getting as a profit, and this will be transferred to partners capital account. I hope you are able to understand this realization account. Please listen carefully. If you learn realization account, then that is the easiest thing. The other partners capital account and bank account is very simple. If you want, I told you last class one logic how to know the bank account balance, tallied balance. You can know here itself. See here, you have done the assets realized. Total of assets realized 1,42,600. Along with this, take only this amount 1,42,600. Take this amount and add the bank balance 6,000. And add the bank balance 6,000 for this. Now itself, if you add and see, you will get the tallied amount 1,48,600. You will get that is a bank account's tallied amount. Here itself you can find out what is the bank tallied amount, what is the final answer that you should get. So this is the aim. If you have done this correctly, assets realized under this bank account, take the total of this, that is 1,42,600, add the bank balance, you will get the tallied amount what you have to get in the bank account. You will come to know here itself. Okay, once again I am telling you, see, when you are preparing the bank account, keep in your mind, I am telling once again, when you are preparing the bank account, in realization account, whatever you write under this bank account till here, assets realized, this will come in the bank account. Along with that, whatever in the credit side you are writing under the bank account, 3 items are there. Leave this Anita's capital account. These capital accounts and all comes in partner's capital account only. Under bank account, whatever you are writing certain items, those will appear in the bank account. Suppose here in the bank, under the bank account, all the assets realized. Which side it is? Credit side. So in bank account, opposite direction, it will appear in the debit side. Now all this bank account in the debit side, all the liabilities are paid. All this will be coming in the bank account credit side. Here it is in debit side, there it will come in the credit side, just opposite. So remember carefully, I am telling you, whatever you write under the bank accounts in the realization account, all those will be appearing in the bank account in the opposite side. As I told you, X form. It will be always in the X form. Once it is appearing in the debit side means in other account it will appear in the credit side. Nowhere it will appear in the same side. Debit side means other account, it will be credit. Here it is credit means there it will be debit. That is the logics you have to follow here. I hope you have understood this particular things. Okay. And hereafter I will be explaining realization account only on the board. As of now, till now we have practiced partners capital account, how we are going to do, and bank account also we have done. So I will explain this bank account and partners capital account in the PPT presentation, and realization account is the main thing that you should learn. So I am teaching you on the board. Okay. Any more doubts if you have, please message me in the accounts group and let me know what are the doubts you have. And I want every day's class that day itself if you are listening, and that day itself assignments you are doing, the problems you are solving on the same day or the next day. If you are asking me the doubts related to this particular topic, it will be easy for us to clarify the doubts. See, because I am seeing most of the girls last week somewhere I have given the problems for the assignment, and today you are sending me the message, ma'am, this particular answer is correct. How will I know without the question? Is it right? So I cannot remember all the questions which I am giving as an assignment which I am teaching here, because we are pre-recording previously for at least 2, 3, 4 days or 1 week before we are recording it, and then we are keeping it ready for the class. So I don't know, when I give this particular problem, I will be in some other problem where I am doing it. According to me, I will be solving some other problem, but this will be recorded 1 week before I send you. So when you ask me particular doubts, send according to the class assignments or that day's class whatever I have done. You can ask that day itself, or else you can, if you want to clear the doubts of very old assignments or very old problems, please send me the question. Take a pic of the question, send the question, and along with that whatever answer you have written or what is the doubt you have, if you send me, that will be easy for me to give the clarification. Without the question, I cannot clarify the question answers, right? So please, when you are sending me the doubts, send in the group. That is the first request. Send it in the accounts group along with the questions, so that it will be easy for us to clarify your doubts. Thank you for all your cooperations, girls. I hope everyone are safe at your home. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Avoid the junk food. Have a nice time, and please attend your classes and study well. Don't ignore it. Okay? Thank you all. See you in the next class. Okay, girls. Continuing with the same problem. Question number 3. After the realization account, I am preparing the partner's capital account. So it is very simple using the realization account to prepare a partner's capital account. As you all know, what is the first thing that we are going to write in the partner's capital account? That is the balance brought down. By balance brought down, Anita's capital is 15,000 and Sunita's capital is 50,000. And you have a realization profit. So by realization account, 500 which they have got as a profit, so I am writing 500. Next you have a reserve fund of rupees 30,000. So by reserve fund, since the ratio is equally 1:1, so this 30,000 is equally shared, means each will get 15,000 is shared. Okay. And the next thing we have realization profit. We have given any assets taken over or liabilities taken over, all this we have to check from the realization account. This information we will get from the balance sheet. Balance brought down, reserve fund, that will be given in the balance sheet. Realization profit we have taken from the realization account itself. Okay. And next, now you can see in the credit side, just check it out in the credit side, any partner's capital account is there. So in the credit side you have Anita's capital account for investment, 9,000 it is there. Okay. If you are able to see here, you can just, here you can see Anita's capital account, you have 9,000 investment taken on. Which side it is? It is in the credit side of realization account. So that will appear in the debit side of partner's capital account, just opposite. So here you will be writing to realization account. Okay. In Anita's amount column you will write 9,000. In the bracket you can write down asset taken over. Okay. And next if you see, Sunita is also taking over the furniture for 12,000. So furniture is taken over by Sunita at 12,000, and that is also in the credit side of realization account. So I am going to write it now in the opposite side, that is in the debit side itself. To realization account, you can write here 12,000 in Sunita's column. Okay. If two partners also taking the asset, means you can write assets taken over. If either only one partner is taken over, means other partner's column will be nil. Since here two partners also taking certain assets, I have written to a realization account and asset taken over. Okay. And next we will see in the debit side, anything is paid. Like Anita is paid realization expenses about 2,600, right? So that is in the debit side of realization account. That comes in the credit side now. In realization account, realization expenses is paid by Anita. You can just cross check it. To Anita's capital account I have mentioned. Which side it is? Debit side. Here it comes in the opposite, credit side. So by realization account, only Anita is getting, right? So Anita, in Anita's column you have write 2,600 and Sunita's is nil. Here you can write realization expenses. Okay. Any other adjustment is left or just cross check it. I hope everything is completed, all the adjustments, all the things. You can just do the totaling. You will get 68,100 and 65,500. credit side is highest, 68,100, and Sunita's is 65,500. If you find out the balancing figure here, it will be 59,100 and one more 53,500, and this will be transferred to bank account. This will be transferred to bank account. So Anita, she is getting total income of 68,100. From this amount, if you minus this, you will get 59,100. And Sunita's total income is 69,500 minus 12,000. You will get 53,500, which will be transferred to bank account. Okay. Next we have bank account. We need to prepare that. I will show you on the whiteboard now. Okay girls, below partners capital account only I am doing the bank account here itself now. Just this is the bank account, debit side and credit side. I have not written particulars amount. Everyone knows the format. I am just going to the problem. Okay, you have to write in the notes particulars, amount, debit, credit, everything you have to write it. Don't miss that. Okay, now let me write the first item in the balance brought down. What is the bank balance? We have 6,000. So, to balance brought down is 6,000. And the second item comes under this is assets realized. So, to realization account, all the assets realized amount you have to write. So, what is the total amount of assets realized? Here only it is there, 1,42,600. So, 1,42,600. 1,42,600 is the total amount of assets realized. We are writing here. And next we have here realization in bank, all the liabilities. What is the total liabilities paid? Total liabilities we have paid is 31,000. So write it here, 31,000. Okay. And do you remember we have missed Anita's loan? Anita is given a loan, so that we should write it in the bank account. So by Anita's loan 5,000. We should not take dissolution expenses in this problem, in this particular problem. Why? Dissolution expenses is paid by Anita and it is already shown in the partner's capital account. So again, don't show it in the bank account. Okay, if it is paid by directly paid by the firm means dissolution expenses also will come in the bank account. You can see the previous problem. We have taken dissolution expenses in the bank account. But in this problem, we are not taking dissolution expenses or realization expenses in the bank account. We are going to take it in the partner's capital account because it is paid by the partner. That is, Anita is paying the dissolution expenses or realization expenses. So we are showing in the partner's capital account. And here in bank account, you should not write the realization expenses for this problem. Okay. Now Anita's loan is completed. Now we need to take the balancing figure of the partners. It is by partner's capital account. So Anita's amount is 59,100 and Sunita's will be 53,500. So at the end you will get the total 1,48,600. 1,48,600. This is the final bank account tallied amount. As I told you before itself, if you take the assets realized value, add it to the bank balance, you will come to know what is the tallied amount before itself. So no need to struggle or to what is the tallied amount. Don't get frustrated in this particular chapter. It's very simple. Okay, I hope you have understood. This is realization account, this is partner's capital account, and this is the bank account. I wanted to show you the full-fledged problem at once, so I have done on the board like this. Okay, let me show you once again. Just a minute. See, from realization account, all the items which I have written here. To make it clear, I am taking this video. And then I have written partners capital account. This is the partners capital account. By balance brought down, realization profit, and by reserve fund, and by realization expenses 2600, and assets taken over in the debit side I have written 9000, 12,000. That is, Anita is taking investment, Sunita is taking furniture. Final balances is written. And now in the bank account, here it is. So by realization account 31,000, that is nothing but all the liabilities paid, total amount, creditors, bills payable and vanitas, which you have written in the realization account. Okay, the total of all the liabilities 31,000. Next, Anita's loan, partners capitals account, that is Anita and Sunita's final capital balance. I hope everything has been seen properly. Full-fledged problem. Okay girls, I hope you have understood full problem on the board today completely. Make a note when you are practicing or when you are listening to the video. If you have any doubts, please there itself make a note, write it in your pencil or in some paper, on a sheet of paper. And when you want to ask me the doubts, put it all the doubts in the group so that I can clearly explain you. Even if it is a voice message, you can send it to me, or if you want, you can type it. Some people, they don't know to type because accounts, certain problems or certain adjustment you cannot type. Some girls are feeling very difficult when they are typing. So you can send me the voice message at least. Okay. Thank you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy.